Hello and welcome to The Print. I'm Sharan Puvarna, and joining us today is a very special guest, the Home Minister of Karnataka, former President of the Karnataka Pradesh Congress Committee, and senior Congress leader, Dr. Parameshwar. So, thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Thank you, Sharon. Thank you so much.
Sir, we are in Mangaluru, and this region somehow it's dominated by the communal narrative. You, as Home Minister, sir, what are you doing to change this perception, sir?
Well, it's a long story. Dakshina Kannada district, Mangaluru in particular, has always been a very progressive part of our state. People were kind of literates in large number, large percentage. Very early after independence, maybe because of the port activity, maybe because of so many other factors, um, people, they were very progressive. They not only progressive but also innovative kind of a mindset. They went out to Mumbai, large numbers. They established small to big businesses, hotels in particular. Large number of people went out to Middle East. So they saw the opportunities, and every household thought, okay, if I educate my son or a daughter, our family would be in a better position. So this is not the case in the up north or in the Bile Sea, may we call it. So after that, somewhere, I don't know how it started. There were initially smaller incidents between the minorities and the majority. And later on, it got converted into killings, murders, and so many things like this. So the whole atmosphere got disturbed for quite a long time. People started leaving this place, children's education, and so many things, and all that. But it was a disturbed district. And we in the government, we realized this, and it should not continue. This is such a progressive district. People are very friendly, very educated, literates, and very kind of an outgoing kind of a people. Why this has happened? So we started analyzing and came to the conclusion that we must put an end to this. I don't want to blame any particular political system, but generally this took place uh, in a different narratives, and then it got worse. So I kill somebody, you kill somebody. So this kind of a things were going on, and people were fed up. People, uh, generally, the ordinary people, what I'm talking about. So they were little bit disturbed and they fed up. Then they started worrying. And our government, of course, this time, the last time when we were in power, Congress party was in power, we tried to do a little bit and then it was a little settled. Then again, we went out of power. Then again it started. Two groups were very strong, and then they started reacting to it. Every small situation, even going to two persons like a boy and a girl going to a restaurant for a cup of coffee, it was not accepted kind of a thing. So one group used to go and disturb them and hit them, do all sorts of things physically. Then I, as a home minister, realized that we have to put an end to this. So one day when I came here and I saw one of the murder had happened, and I came here and I saw myself what was the situation, and then I had to do something. So I discussed with our officers, how do we go about? Suggested me few things, and I immediately thought that there needs to be some special force. Uh, no more talking will help. So we handled them, firmly. So I kind of constituted a force, a special action force, and they started making their presence felt in different ways, and yes, slowly now I think it has come to some sort of a normal situation, and people are appreciating that. And now the people from the industry, they are coming back and talking to people to set up industries, set up small units. Uh, See, this place has lot of advantages. One is port, and the people are very hardworking and very, as I said, literate, but a different mindset altogether compared to our side, the northern Karnataka or even middle Karnataka. The attitude is different. So now, uh, initially, the educational institutions like Manipal, like so many other institutions, uh, quite early in 50s, they started the institutions. That also has helped. People, got opportunities. They got exposed. So all this put together, I think it is coming back slowly, and it is one of the very promising district, according to me, in terms of economy, in terms of opportunities. If we in the government also think that way, I think to develop this, being this coastal region, we can do wonders.
So there was also plans that you'll disband the anti-Naxal force and then that will become an anti-communal force. Where does that stand now and where is it being deployed, sir?
No, there was no, say, anti-Naxal because of three, four districts. There were this presence of Naxal activities. This is linked to so many other states also, linked to Kerala, linked to Orissa, Assam. Uh, Naturally, we were concerned. So we constituted way back in maybe 20 years back, we constituted an anti-Naxal force, and they were able to control the whole thing. And 20 years back, we had a surrender program when SM Krishna was there. Large number of Naxals, they surrendered at that point of time. And we, uh, facilitated that activity of surrender. And a few, again, they didn't surrender. They were there in the forest area and all that. So I think about 6 months back, they also surrendered. 1 year back, they also surrendered. And now no more Naxal activity. So we had kept a force, a very active, well-trained force. And when there were no Naxals, the government thought, okay, why do we have this? Let us close it. Then I said, look, at least some 50% we will keep it, because you never know if in case from other state Naxals come into Karnataka and again start activities and all that. So we kept that. The other half, what I was thinking of special action force, then I got them out of that ANF, and then made a special force as a special action force, trained them differently, trained them in intelligence gathering, trained them in computers, technology, and so many other things. So that now has given results.
Okay.
It has helped to bring back peace in this area.
Okay. But, sir, the anti communal force, there was a proposal. What is happening with that, sir?
No, there was no anti-communal force. There was not any point of time. There was no anti-communal force. Just to keep up this law and order situation, and all these murders happening, people threatening somebody, people doing this, that, and all that, disturbing the peace of this region.
Okay.
We were concerned about that. There was no proposal of an anti-communal.
Okay.
It may be, people label it as a communal activities, but there was no force called anti-communal.
Okay. So, sir, you spoke about this region and its prominence, but then you've had statements like from the ITBT minister, stating that the region's development has been affected by divisive politics.
No, you see, his statement was before. Before the peace came back to this region. Maybe his observation, to an extent, yes, he would have observed like no investment is coming up in this area. Why is it not coming? This kind of analysis, I think he must have made this statement as an IT minister, ITBT minister, because this area, there was a earlier proposal, develop this as an ITBT region, because Bangalore is already getting crowded. So there was a proposal to, establish IT companies and all that. In fact, Infosys wanted to come here, and so many other companies wanted to come here. So that context, I think he must have said that. But now, looking at the situation, the present situation, yesterday also in the media I mentioned in my program that it is coming back to normal. And people are coming back. They are talking about coming back and setting up, small units. And so many other aspects also. If somebody wants to come and establish a big industry, they need land, they need water, they need so many other things other than people. So all this put together, I think maybe, I don't know, I have my doubt for a large industry to come here, but at least smaller industries, MSMEs, those units definitely will come back.
Okay. So, coming from enabling, sectors in Mangalore, now, of course, there's a budget coming up, right? So, what have you demanded from the budget as Home Minister? What are the kind of reforms that we can expect from the budget?
You see, police, for any government, it is the face of the government. If there is a peace, the people are happy about doing their own things, some businesses, some educational institutions, students are happy, workers are happy. Those kind of things, will show up if there is a negative immediately. And then obviously there will be reactions. So that is how I call it, police is the face of the government. Having said that, we need to definitely, two things we need to keep it in mind in the police force. One, modernity. Modernity is technology. So nowadays, I have seen in Bavaria, I have seen in London, how the police functions in using technology.
Okay.
So we have adopted those technologies. A lot of new things have been introduced, and naturally police has to be trained that way. No more those earlier trainings will help us, because the offenders, they are far advanced than the police. So now we have to match them. So now Karnataka police is definitely far better than anybody else in the country in using technology, and to match that, we have to train them. So all this keeping in mind, I have asked the Honorable Chief Minister to give us, one, mobility, the two, technology, because the cyber is becoming more and more dangerous. Cyber, cyber cases, and then naturally the recruitments, the training part of it, and then they all have to live happily, right? So gone are those days. Police lines, if you see during British time, they're pathetic.
Okay.
And that has been changed by bringing out a program called Police Griha.
Okay.
So we have extended it to another 5 years, and then all this, I need money. So I've requested the Honorable CM to give a little money.
So there is this perception that most of, or at least a significant chunk of the money is tied up in the guarantees. How do you mitigate this?
That is part of the government commitment. It is not like, we are spending money unnecessarily. See, as a government, what is our job? A job is to see people are happy, people are comfortable, people are, available for whatever activity, be it agriculture, be it industry. Okay, all that has to be kept in mind. If you have certain percentage, a significant percentage of people below poverty line, and a state like Karnataka, which is a progressive state in India, per capita, if you look at it, it's one of the best, second best in the country. And you keep your, 30-40% of the people below poverty line. How do you, match this? So we thought, we will do some exercise. And, we had a lot of discussions among our leaders before the elections. And then we thought, yes, we will give some programs. And maybe they may say the waste of money. But you look at the situation in a rural area. A lady without a job, a lady don't know what to do, a lady doesn't have anything to do in agriculture, she doesn't get the work, labor. So these kind of situations, we thought we'll supplement a little bit money to them.
Okay.
And then bring them to normal situation.
Okay.
So that they also economically little empowered.
Okay.
So empowered means you are not going to give them, moon and the sky, but at least the basics.
Okay.
So we are able to do that. That's why this guarantee program. See, initially everybody criticized, including the Prime Minister, including the Government of India, other state leaders. So they all criticized. But now they also realize that yes, this is one way of empowering people.
Okay.
So that's why we did this. This may not, extend it forever. It may be modified later, but at least right now we are doing that.
When you say modified later, do you mean within this term or subsequent?
No, not now. Not now. I'm saying maybe after 10 years, maybe after 20 years.
Okay.
Somebody may think, okay, this is enough. They may give programs of different kind. But right now, our government will not do any changes.
Okay.
We'll definitely continue this program.
So, sir, the BJP and the JDS, the opposition, say that this is one of the reasons why you are hiking prices of all commodities and services in the state in order to make up for that shortage of money that you are funding to the guarantees.
No, we're not doing that. You see, significantly, we are not doing any those kind of exercises like increasing the tariffs, increasing the taxes, increasing the prices. All this is not happening, significantly. Marginally, yes. Every 5 years, every year. In fact, if you look at the scene at the national level, there is a 15% rise every year, in everything.
Yeah.
There is a 15% increase in the budget. Similarly, everything 15% it goes up. So same thing happens to the fallout is happening in the states. Karnataka is no exception. The budget, government of India naturally has 15-20% increase in their budget. Accordingly, the states also have the same thing. There is always a 15% escalation in our budget. In last year, it was 4,09,000 crores. Previous year is 3.71.
Okay.
So there is an increase in the budgetary, allocations. And naturally, there is a price hike, a marginal. But that has to happen. It's not like intentionally we increase prices just to cover up the guarantee thing.
So, in every state, the home department is considered a very lucrative post. It's equivalent to that of a deputy chief minister. But in Karnataka, somehow it's not considered a plum portfolio. At least in the past, some of them have told us that it's almost like a punishment. Why is that so, sir?
No, first of all, let me clarify. Police department is not a lucrative one.
Huh.
Okay, it's a wrong phrase. But the point is, it's a very highly responsible position. Law and order, crime, all this, if it is well handled, the state is peaceful. The fallout is big.
Okay.
The industries will come, people will be happy, people will do their jobs, more effectively. See, if there is a disturbance, look at the situation in Dakshin Kannada. Once the whole piece is disturbed, naturally everything fell out. So now it is coming back, so everybody wants to talk about. So it is a job of the police. So initially, the police has to do very active and effective. And that's why I said it's a very responsible position. People may take it in a different sense. Some may think it is, demanding, it is not, as you said,
Plum
lucrative, plum post. No, but it's a very responsible position.
Okay. So now we have to come to politics, of course. We've seen that, despite getting, a majority that's not seen in decades, 136 seats, why is there still a perception that, there's just a constant fight for, some sort of political upmanship in Karnataka? Is this sort of adding to the perception of some sort of instability within the government, sir?
There's no instability part of it, but naturally, in any political party, this power game happens. It happens in BJP, it happens in JDS, it happens in any other party in the country. Naturally, it has happened in our state also. It's not the first time. You go back to 89, 90, 94, or even previous years. So there is always a power struggle. There is always a competition. There is always somebody is asking, yes, give me an opportunity, that kind of a thing. So I don't call it an instability. It's a political development.
Okay.
This always happens, and it will be sorted out. Sooner or later, it will be sorted out. And we are within the framework of governance. Governance, yes, there may be little confusion here and there, but effectively, we have governed the state for the last 3 years. A lot of developments have happened, a lot of investments have come in. So the fallout is not what people are talking about, what the opposition is talking about. See, we had a global investors meet, right? And the MOUs signed was the highest, 10.35 lakh crores in 1 year. Realization may happen 50% or 60%. But look at the confidence people have in this government, in this state, that I can invest my money and then I can do my business. That is the confidence. Otherwise, who will come and invest in this state? So that itself shows that political stability is there and progressive attitude and narrative is there.
But this perception that, politics is overshadowing policy and public administration, what do you say to that, sir? At least these are the
See,
allegations.
politics is not something, against the people. No, politics is a political party's activity inside the party. But once you are elected, you have a responsibility, and you have to think progressively and serve the people. So you cannot compromise there. And that is exactly what we are trying to do. Whatever happens within the Congress party, we always take care that the fallout should not go to the people
Okay.
and affect them. And governance should not affect them. So governance is not affected, according to me.
So coming to a more, we've seen statements every single day by the deputy chief minister, then certain responses by the chief minister. Just for our understanding, was there such an understanding? Was there such a, as far as you are aware, was there such an understanding that they will take turns to be CM? There will be a change midway. There will be a cabinet reshuffle. You as senior leader, can you clear this
See,
confusion?
these are the decisions taken at the highest level. That is All India Congress Committee. We have a working committee. We have a president. We have leaders like Rahul Gandhi. We have leaders like Madam Sonia Gandhi. See, they are all in the decision-making group, and they take a decision depending on the situations. If they think, okay, politically, we need to give somebody another opportunity, right? So they will take a decision. It has happened before, not now. This is not the first time. Not in Congress alone. Look at the BJP. BJP, what happened previously?
Correct.
Okay, then that effect maybe happened to them later on, but political parties take decisions that way.
Okay.
So it is up to the All India Congress Committee, AICC, to take decisions.
So would it be? You're saying that is there a possibility that there may be a replacement, and that Sidramaya could make way for somebody else to take over
None
as?
of us know about that.
Okay.
See, there may be media perceptions, or media is coming out with so many alternatives, but none of us know about it.
Okay.
None of the leaders at the state level, including Siddaramaiah, including D.K. Shivkumar, know that, okay, there will be a reshuffle, there will be a change. All this we cannot decide. A state unit cannot decide. It's always ours is a national party, and it is always the national leaders.
Okay. So, sir, moving an OBC chief minister, one of probably your only OBC chief minister, is that the calculation that, we cannot replace an OBC chief minister with somebody else at the moment? That goes against Mr. Rahul
No,
Gandhi's.
it is political.
Okay.
All these caste equations, unfortunately, in India, it is always there, but behind the scene. See, we don't play our political game on the basis of the caste, openly. It is not that we encourage that. We should not. See, otherwise, this can't be a secular state. It can't be a state where the equality is advocated in the Constitution.
Okay.
So we don't, and we should not talk about this cost equations, as a kind of a policy. No, we should not. But definitely there may be some thinking behind the scene. But to accommodate, see, for instance, the SCs, STs, backward class, minority, they are all, majority of them are underprivileged. They didn't get an opportunity earlier in many fields, including politics.
Okay.
Okay, so their aspirations also matters, right? There's see, somebody aspire to become something. Yes, it is an aspiration. So that those groups in the society have aspirations. development aspirations, political aspirations, educational aspirations. So those have to be met. So in that scenario, if you look at it, naturally, AICC would think that way.
So the caste census, sir. I mean, is there? I mean, first one didn't make it out. Now there's a second one. We don't know when it's going to come out. What is the status on the caste census, sir?
No, it will come out. It will eventually come out. You see, somebody commented like it's not scientifically done, and some groups have been left out.
Some within your own party as well. Sir.
Yes, some were more in number, but it is indicated the less in number. So these kind of opinions. That's why they thought, okay, redo it. That it will come out, and sooner or later it has to come out.
So is Karnataka ready for a Dalit chief minister? I mean, has that? It's not happened so far because it's been dominated by dominant communities. Then you've had about 6 or 7 chief ministers outside of these communities. Is it? Do you think that there is this opportunity now for a Dalit chief minister?
See, that's why I said this underprivileged. I use the term underprivileged. See, they have been deprived of so many opportunities. And now they've also become educated, they've also become aware of things around. So naturally, people of that community aspire that, okay, our community leader also is capable of heading a state. So those aspirations in not only Congress, even in BJP, even in somebody else party, they have to kind of look into this so that there will be an equal opportunities. That's what I said, equal opportunities. So it's a time that the political parties, not just Congress, have to look into these things. And otherwise, what is the point in providing reservations, providing these kind of opportunities? So yes, people aspire, and they expect the political parties to take note of it. And Congress has been always, supported by this group, and it is time that they also should think about that.
My last question, sir. You've been one of the longest serving PCC presidents. You've been deputy chief minister. You are home minister. You've been a loyal congressman. Why is the talk only between a DK Shivkumar or a Siddaramaiah? And why are people like you? Are you the dark horse in this entire
No,
CM?
see, as I said, All India Congress Committee is taking note of all this development. Have we seen any statement by the All India Congress Committee representatives? I have not seen. It's only us in state, few MLAs, few leaders. Shivakumar is making some statement, and Siddaramaiah has to say something. Like this is going on, but not anything serious is happening at the decision-making level. See, ultimately the decision-making people matters. So it has to happen there. According to me, I don't know whether they have said anything about it, but as far as I am concerned, I don't think they have said anything.
No, but you've not answered the question, sir. Do you see a Mr. Parameshwar also in that race?
See, there are so many, including me.
Okay.
There are so many people who are chief minister material. They are capable of. So, given an opportunity, any one of them can head the state, including me.
You check so many boxes out. You've been a loyal congressman. You've served in various positions, longest serving PCC, also won election. So, and of course, in 2013 to 18, also there was this name. Your name was one of the front runners.
No, you see, as I said, there are so many people who are capable. See, we are all equals. Many leaders at the top 10, we are equals. One will get an opportunity. So this time Siddaramaiah got an opportunity because of various factors. And we don't know whether somebody else will get an opportunity, or he will be continued till the period, or if there is a change what we are talking about change, among the top leaders, who will get an opportunity depending on the combinations, because we have to go for elections in 28, and party has to come back to power again. So these are all considerations. So we'll see.
All right. On that note, thank you so much for your time, sir.